Today is Thursday, April 1st, 2021, and it's 6:30. May we have a roll call, please?
I'll play with it. I think you can.
Randy Daigle,
Here.
Greg Stritch,
Here.
Scott Copen,
Here.
Amy Dennis,
Here.
Caitlin Dunn,
Here.
Todd Kinnon,
Here.
Kevin Margolfo,
Here.
Michael Monfort,
Here.
Jeff Oken, Christine Dubani,
Here.
Andrew LaPlante,
Here.
Andrew Barrios, Gina Sikala, Joe Muller,
Here.
Walter Cruzell, Stacy Thurston, Chris Cycli,
Here.
Samantha DiAgostino,
Here.
Bruce Kellogg,
Here.
Jill Lexi,
Here.
Emily Zarnicki, Amar Shamas,
Here.
Marcus Brennan, Nate Gingerella.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. Did everybody get a chance to review the regular meeting minutes dated March 4th, 2021? And if so, are there any comments or corrections?
Mr. Chairman, motion to accept the meeting minutes of March 4th, 2021 as issued.
Kevin, second.
Seconded. Amy.
It was second. Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Unanimous, thank you. We have no committee guests this evening, so we'll move right on to the architect's report.
I volunteer Jill.
Hello, everyone. So I am continuing to visit the site every Thursday and am a resource to the construction team in terms of answering any questions, walking the site, making sure that things are following along with our design intent. Also looking at any submittals for different products that are used on the project.
I think one of the other important things that we don't talk about every month this group gets together, but on the change orders that you as a group approve, we also have a very active role with Gilbane in preparing the language for those so that you maximize reimbursement. So that's important. Obviously that's a process the state wants us to be submitting those on a regular basis so they can review it and say you're eligible for a rate, your reimbursement. The other piece is technology equipment. I think the date I saw was April 13th. It's bouncing around today. A mock-up classroom is going to be set up with technology equipment. That's the goal. Sometime in the year or so to make sure it all works, functions properly, and the setup is what you'll want.
Okay, anybody else have anything for the architect? Any questions, comments? All right, we'll move on to the CMR report.
Nate is going to cover that one. I have a brief presentation, PowerPoint presentation to share. Give me 1 second.
Great, you guys are doing a lot of work out there.
Well,
Brief but powerful.
I think Mark should give it since he's here tonight.
I would love to.
He's just putting it up on the screen.
I would love to, even he knows me.
You've done it a few times. You've done it a few times.
Just a few times.
All right, can everybody see? Okay. So one new thing since the last update is that as of just recently, this past week, we have had Milton Beebe, the site contractor, back on site. And they have started working on preparations in the backfield. So as you can see there in these two photos, they're starting to move some dirt. They're also starting to prep for what you see in the bottom right photo is the new walkway and pathway out to the future athletic fields. These two photos that you're looking at is Area C, which is yellowing. This is two vantage points of the cafeteria space. Active work in here. We are currently installing ceiling grid in this area. As you can see in some of the photos, you can kind of see some wire for the ceiling grid hanging. We're doing some finished taping also in this space of soffits. You can kind of see in that upper left photo, we have the track installed for the operable partitions. And then we're also working on some painting in this space as well.
One of the things I want to point out on these two slides, this used to be the pool. This used to be the pool and the locker rooms.
Yes.
Yep. So as you can see, there's been extensive amount of work to get it to where it's at right now. So just to kind of give the public an idea, that used to be a pool there.
And in the background is the kitchen.
Yes, the background is a kitchen serving area.
This is a photo of the new addition of the auditorium. So this photo was taken up on these steps, the elevated seating section towards the back of the auditorium, looking down towards the stage. That back wall that you're looking at where that lift is actually will be the lobby. So since the last update, what has happened in here, as you can tell, we've installed all of the overhead MEP work, and we are gridding out for the wood ceilings, and also we'll be framing and drywalling the back section of ceiling within the next week and a half.
So one of the things I also want to point out here, this is going to be able to handle almost 700 people in this auditorium at one time.
It's very wide space. Nice.
This is just another vantage point looking from the back section of seating, the elevated seating down at the stage area. As you can see, we have a lot of activity going on in this auditorium, many trades on lifts, and coordinating appropriately.
It's on track as far as schedule, by the way, just so.
This is the exterior of the auditorium addition. We have completed almost 100%, or probably 95%, I would say, completed with the center panel system, which is the plywood looking material that you're seeing. And then on top of that plywood will eventually be the Nichiha fiber cement panel. So you'll have a rain screen system on the exterior face. You also, on that purple strip, you have a canopy over the section of the new main entrance into the auditorium, I guess I should say, which is over by where that green dense glass drywall is on the left. Area B, Renham, which is the old black wing. These two photos, the one on the left is the band room, one of the band rooms. We have sprayed the ceiling in there with a sound deadening material. It's a spray-on acoustical treatment that is intended to decrease the noise and actually absorb the noise from any of the band instruments. It's all painted black with a blackout look on the ceiling, and then with a cranberry colored open grid system. There will also be some sporadic sound deadening tiles that are located within the ceiling as well. And on the right, also in Blackwing, is a typical art room. There's the end of the corridor. That is the status of one of the art rooms, and they both are in similar fashion. We're finishing ceilings at the moment. Flooring has been installed, and we have floor protection down, and millwork is actively getting installed as well. The new wing that we took over as of February was Area G, which is the White Wing. So we have been full throttle on demolition in this area. And at the moment, probably, again, 95 to 98% of the demo is complete. And we have backfilled some of our underground, as you can see in that bottom right photo. Underground plumbing and sanitary is in place. And we are all prepped and ready to start pouring and infilling the slab trenching. On the upper left photo is the current status of the space in full demo stage. And this is what White Wing currently looks like on the exterior. We have the mason actively installing new windowsills, precast windowsills, and then following that immediately we'll start popping in the windows. Yes, all abatement is all completed. Everything is on track for that wing as well, just like the others, schedule-wise. And then this is just the status of where we are currently with both our phasing and logistics plans. The site plan on the left, as you can see, the fence line, we took over the old White Wing down towards the right, towards the temporary ballroom. And you can also see it on the interior phasing plan over on the right, Area G, which is White Wing. And that's where we are with construction. If anyone has any questions.
All on track, schedule wise. No issues.
Yep, all on track. We are under budget and we are on schedule.
That's awesome. Hey, I got a question. I was approached about a question for a steel building that we have that they're looking to make sure that we're putting in a concrete pad in the fields area. Is that on the plan somewhere?
Field house?
Not currently.
Not currently?
Yep.
That is something that we're gonna be working on. There's an area that we're laying stone down. It calls for stone area. We have a Butler building that the high school has.
Yep.
That's been installed, and the town has been talking about having it installed here. So it's in the works, so.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions? Come on. Greg, anything?
I'm good.
Do an update.
All right, great job. We'll move to the owner's rep.
Hi, everyone. So just a quick update. We are actively working with the school and our moving company in order to get ready the gym area for it to be taken over by Gilbane during the school's April break in a couple weeks. So we're actively doing that. And we're also helping coordinate with the school in terms of doing some work in some of the hub area classrooms. And like Bruce was mentioning before, we have our AV tech equipment mock-up coming up the week of their April break as well. So those are just some of the things that we've been working on.
You have anything?
Bob Selma has been attending all the meetings, by the way, all the OAC meetings.
Yeah, Bob's right. Bob, the reviewer from the state's been attending all of our OAC, our bi-weekly OAC meetings. So he's up to date with all the conversations that have been ongoing, so.
So the state's happy?
Yeah. Yeah, he had no issues
He
this
was doing
morning.
some state changeovers too, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, they're ready to resubmit and submit an all of them, so
Yeah.
he's up to speed. Yeah.
Excellent, thank you very much. Anybody have any questions for them?
What are these called?
Hmm?
Yeah, well, what are the Apple what?
Okay.
Who's talking?
Somebody has the mic on, talking? All right, so we're gonna move on to the budget subcommittee. Everything that we're presented tonight has been reviewed by the architect, by Gilbane, and by the owner's rep before it was submitted to us. The budget subcommittee reviewed them. Everything that we're presenting tonight has been approved by the budget subcommittee. So let's start off with ATPs. If you can throw that up on the screen. Again, ATPs are abbreviation for authorized to proceed with the work, and these will become change orders once they're completed.
All right, working from the top down, ATP 65, the existing roof canopy slope at areas F, G, and H. This was to add overflow and storm drainage to the exterior canopies at the ends of red, white, and blue wing. And included in that is some stone, some site stone to capture that runoff, that storm runoff. ATP 69.
Can we do these one, can we approve these one at a time? Okay, make a motion to approve ATP 65, RFI number 340, existing roof canopy slope at areas F, G, and H in the amount of $9,009.
Kevin, second.
Any comments? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
ATP 69, RFI 238, auditorium seating code compliance. This was direction given from the local code officials to add additional hand railing at the ADA seating in the auditorium.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 69, RFI 238, auditorium seating code compliance, $8,643.
Second by Scott.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
ATP 70, framed in-wall pockets at the classroom clear stories throughout area F on the second floor. Direction given by the local fire marshal, as there's no sprinkler coverage, there was no sprinkler coverage in those areas. So this was to provide coverage at those spaces.
Mr. Chairman, motion to accept ATP 70, frame in wall pockets at classroom clear stories throughout area F per the fire marshal, $2,842.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Unanimous.
ATP 71, RFI 235, added chase wall at gym operable partition. This was to accommodate duct work and MEP work, piping and duct work to get from one side of the gym to the other. Therefore, the modifications needed to be made to the operable partition in order to do so.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 71, RFI 235, added chase wall at gym operable partition, $3,947.
Second by Scott.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
ATP 76, moisture mitigation at area G and H, similar to what was performed in area F as well, which is blue wing. This is to perform that mitigation in area on white and red wing as well.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 76, moisture mitigation, areas G and H, $81,470.
Kevin, second.
Any Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
ATP 77, R5 394, patching behind visual display boards in areas G and H. Again, similar to what was done in F. The blue dots of our existing to hold up the marker boards and tack boards had asbestos, existing asbestos in them, and they needed to be abated. And this is the patchwork to do that.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 77, RFI 394, patching behind visual display boards, areas G and H, $29,632.
Second by Scott.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
ATP 78, RFIs 243, 319, and 377. Door and frame adjustments at those two existing doors. The current condition of the existing frames were rotting out, and this is the cost to replace them and reinstall with new.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 78, RFI 243, 319, and 377, door and frame adjustments, D156B and D157B, $2,180.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
ATP 79, bulletin number 21, which is AV changes in areas B and C, added speakers and relocation of speakers. This cost portion is net services only, which is the low voltage contractor, to expedite and install these in order to meet our scheduled deadlines before we close in the ceiling in these areas.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 79, bulletin number 21, AV changes in areas B and C for net services, valued $9,379.
Second by Scott.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
ATP 80, RFI number 366, soffit chase size changes in areas G and H, similar to what was done in area F, Blue Wing, in order to fit all the MEP and to do coordination. Some of these soffits and chase sizes needed to be adjusted, grown slightly in order to fit all of the piping and ductwork in the space.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 80, RFI number 366, soffit chase size changes in areas G and H, $26,225.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
And lastly, ATP 81, RFI 371, sound sealing of existing walls excluding area F. Area F was already accounted for in a previous change order. This is to sound seal the existing walls throughout the remainder of the building.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve ATP 81, RFI 371, sound sealing existing walls excluding area F, $14,730.
Second by Scott.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous. Sorry, I just needed to make a note so I won't forget to make. All right. So why don't we move on to the invoices?
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Vice Chair, would you care to take it over?
Sure thing. First invoice, AAIS, invoice number 0158 0156-8 dated 3/17/21 for the amount of $308,550.11.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion? This is for abatement work, PCB and abatement, asbestos. Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Mr. Chair, motion to approve TRC invoice number 464052 dated March 11, 2021 for the total of $24,206.50.
Second by Scott.
Any discussion? So this is actually, this TRC is the monitors for all the abatement work, so they're monitoring the actual abatements. Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve JCJ Architecture invoice number 24 dated March 31st, 2021. Amount of $54,495.28.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion?
Just one note on the invoice, the date is incorrect. It has the year of 2001, not the year of 2021.
So that's an old invoice.
10 years old.
Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve Gilbane application number 18 for the time period ending March 31st, 2021. $1,911,906.68. So if we.
Second by Scott.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve CSG invoice number 15 dated March 31st, 2021 for the sum of $21,025.71.
Kevin, second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Thank you, unanimous.
That completes the invoices, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. We have nothing under old business. Under new business. So we were talking with JCJ earlier today, and within the next couple of weeks, they're going to be starting to get us some designs for the sign that's going out in the front. So that's going to go around to the committees for comments, and then at our meeting, we can discuss it and then go around. We also have to go through P&Z, so we're not going through P&Z until the committee approves the design and the looks and all that. The architect's also going to be talking with the principal to determine which logo, because there's several logos right now in the town that the school uses. So we're trying to finalize which one wants to be on the sign, or if they're going to come up with a brand new one. So that's all in the works. We will be receiving that in the next couple of weeks to start evaluating and back and forth on the design of it. And then at some point we approve it, and then they get on the agenda for P&Z. That's pretty much all in the new business. Anybody have anything in the new business they want to bring up? Anybody in the virtual world? Communication Subcommittee report.
No report. Nathan, can you drop that PowerPoint into the shared Gilbane cloud folder?
Yes, I can.
All right, and I'll work on getting that out to the public.
Excellent. The next scheduled meeting,
Is scheduled for April 15th of 2021. I would recommend that we maintain that meeting as planned.
all right, we'll maintain it for now. If something comes up and we don't need it, we can we'll send out a notice. But at least we'll have it on the books and pencil it on the calendar. Let's see, committee comments. Start with the liaisons.
No, I just want to thank everyone and wish everyone a happy Easter. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, thank you, sir. Committee members, anybody have any committee member comments? Anybody have anything good to the order? Any happy news they care to share?
I'll share some good news.
All right.
No, and I'm gonna, Gina, I can share for you too, but our boys made the high school baseball team, so we're very excited.
Wow.
Congratulations. Very nice.
That's good news.
I'm excited that they're playing baseball now.
But the Yankees lost today in 10 innings.
Oh, that's
Did they really?
That's even better news.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
There you go, that's even better.
And the Red Sox have COVID issues. They didn't play today.
COVID or weather?
COVID. I heard what Red Sox and the Mets and the Nationals.
Rain out.
I heard it was just weather delayed.
It was rain out.
It was rain, it wasn't COVID.
I heard it was COVID.
And really, the only opening day that really matters is going to
The
be.
Yankee fans would think it was over.
All right. All right. We have no other comments?
Mr. Chairman, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussion? Show of hands, all in favor? Anybody against? Any abstain? I wish everybody a happy Easter, and please stay safe, and we'll see you again. Thank you, everybody. Meeting adjourned.
Take care.
Take care. Happy Easter.
Bye.
Happy Easter.
Happy